one minute that changed Turkey. 50,000 people were killed. Bodies are continually being pulled from the rubble.
Nothing can prepare you for this. It's like there's nothing left, right?
Destroyed.
We are in Antakya, Turkey, a vibrant city that was home to over 400,000 people. However, today it is almost unrecognizable. But this proud community is not giving up on their future.
Good job! Good job!
This is the story of a city trying to rebuild. This is the story of hope.
I hope we can hear, iron sellers shouting in the streets again.
Hey guys, as you can probably tell by now, this video is going to be a little bit different than usual. So right now we are in southeastern Turkey, near the epicenter of 3 massive earthquakes that rocked this region earlier this year. We are going to be showing you around a little bit so you can see for yourself how this place looks like 7 months later after the earthquakes happened, which is, it's a crazy amount of time. Like, you never think about how long it takes to recover from a tragedy this big. After it's not in the news anymore, I guess it's not really in our heads. And it is honestly quite shocking to be here. For example, this is our neighborhood. This is where we're staying. And from what we've seen from the houses that are still standing, it seems like it was a really nice neighborhood, and now it's just mostly rubble, like the rest of the city pretty much. We're gonna jump in the car, drive around, and show you so you can see how powerful these earthquakes were and what it did to the city and these people and everything.
It's recording now.
Yeah, it's recording now.
So, my name is Ali Ayran. I was here when the earthquake hit, and I was at that period. I was preparing to become a teacher. I was getting education, like having some training. I was like, no one was expecting it, but I guess everyone was preparing for something for their own life, like me. It just stopped it all, and when it hit, I thought it was a nightmare. So we ran out of the house. Outside the house very fast, and we barely saved our own lives. This city has lost many people, and it has lost its buildings, which are a part of this culture, this region's culture. Yeah, we hope that they rebuild it again in a proper way, like. The buildings were kind of the silhouette of our culture, and those streets always, like, I remind that those streets, those narrow streets, remind me of my childhood.
So the main question we've been asked since we got here is, why are you here? Why Hatay? Why Turkey? So we thought we would answer that question early in the video. Want to tell them?
Sure. So if you've been following along with our journey, then you know that Turkey was the first place that we visited after becoming full-time travelers. So in 2021, we came here for 3 months. It was almost exactly 2 years ago. And we just felt such a strong bond and connection with the people and this country just in general. So when the earthquake happened earlier this year, we felt like we had to do something.
Yeah.
So we emailed a bunch of organizations. Thankfully, one of them got back to us, a really great local organization named MAVI KALEM. And that kind of set the wheels in motion.
Yeah.
Now we're here supporting them.
Yeah, it's been great to meet them, to learn about what they're doing, and we're gonna explain later, more later in the video. But yeah, that's pretty much or why.
So we just stepped out in some random neighborhood in the middle of Antakya, and so much of the city looks like this. So buildings were either destroyed in the earthquakes themselves, they were demolished because they're not livable, but there's still so many that are like unlivable that they're going to destroy or demolish in the future. And we heard from Maryam, she's the manager or kind of our host at the organization we're working with, that it'll take up to like 2 to 3 years just to clear all the rubble.
Yeah, which is crazy. So right now people are living in containers and tents and temporary housing, and we're obviously not going to show you that because this is already for us so hard to make.
Yeah, it feels very sensitive to show.
Yeah.
We don't want to like exploit their suffering.
But just know that it's bad, and the only reason why we're doing is to show you that help is still needed. Even though you don't see anyone talking about it, there's a lot of people being affected by this.
The road to recovery is very long.
Yeah.
So one of the amazing things about Antakya that we learned after arriving here is that the people here are so proud to be where they're from. And that's for many reasons, but one of the most important reasons is that there's so much diversity and tolerance for different ethnic groups, different cultures, different religions. And that's because this was like a melting pot for different cultures for many, many centuries throughout history. It was a very important biblical city too, so we actually just went into what was recorded as the first church ever made inside a cave. It's very cool.
And this place is where Christians were first called Christians, or like followers of Jesus were first called Christians, and we had no idea. Locals told us this, and I'm so happy that we got to see it, right?
Yeah, I think that like pride and where they're from will kind of help this city rebound. Like I don't know if it's that popular where we're from, where you have that like
that sense of connection and pride to where you're from, and that has been one of the most beautiful things that we have witnessed here, because they're so inspiring to us. They have been through so much, and they're so strong and resilient and positive, and I'm sure they have bad days and sad days. I mean, obviously they have been through a lot, but they have taught us so much.
Yeah.
Right?
And they want to bring this city back, and it's really cool to see. Like they're not giving up on Antakya despite like what you saw out there. Like they want to survive because of its heritage and because of their culture. So
and
I
think it's going to happen. Like there's no way. They love this place so freaking much. And another thing that we love about here is that the food is unbelievable, and we also had no idea.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get some lunch and tell you a little bit more about what's happening here. Yeah.
We went to this place our first night in town. Best chicken doner or chicken durum in Hatay for sure.
It is so good.
Bon appetit.
Just look at this. Let me show you. The bread is amazing. The chicken is amazing. The sauce is amazing.
So you gotta unwrap it first.
Yeah. Bon appetit. I will say cheers.
So good.
that place that we just picked up our lunch from is a good example of how Antakya is trying to rebuild. So they used to have another location, but it was destroyed with the earthquake, but now they have a temporary location and they're trying to revive the economy a little bit, like employ people. So it does help. It was packed too.
Yeah, it was packed. That was good to see. Like, obviously, Antakya is a shell of its former self, but you are seeing some businesses come back, and even businesses operating out of tents, which is very unique for us. And actually, the organization that we're supporting, MAVI KALEM, it's really cool what they do. So, like, one of the things is like supporting women business owners with like basic need items. So, like, for a salon owner, they provide scissors and hair dryers and those kind of things, and they're very
just to help them get started
to
and get back on their feet, and that obviously helps the local economy a lot, and it seems like a sustainable solution.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're very lucky to be working with them. They're very cool, very local, and they're able to like get access to places that like bigger organizations can't get access to.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things that we like the most, and we feel so lucky and grateful that we got to meet them and that we get to work with them. So actually on day one, we built a playground. We were told we were going to build a playground, and we
didn't really build a playground.
We were extremely concerned for the kids that were going to play in that playground if we had
We
to
help
build
with social media.
However, there was a misunderstanding. We helped with their social media. We made a video for them, and it was so amazing to be part of that. And the best part was to see how happy these kids were.
Elif, soyadım Kudret. Biz bu parkta hep de kaydırak, salıncaklı şeyler istiyorduk. O salıncaklar tahta diye çok korkuyorduk üstümüze düşecekler diye. Ama bunlar demir diye hiç korkmuyoruz ve bunlar olduğu için çok mutlu oluyoruz.
Benim adım Kumsal, soyadım Kudret. Hep salıncak istiyorduk burada. Oldu. Hep ikinci parka da konteyner kente gidiyorduk. Ama artık gitmemize gerek kalmadı.
Cute! Good job! Cute! Our second day here was also amazing. So we went to pick up our translator Ali, and his family invited us over, and basically we were reminded why we love the people of Turkey so much.
Pul biber var.
Yes. Oil.
Oh, okay.
That's olive oil, yeah.
Just a little improv morning. Taking ekmek session in the tandoori oven.
Bak gördün mü? Aynen öyle mi?
This is not going to be good.
You're gonna put it in the oven too?
No.
I do
Turn.
always.
Turn. Okay.
You know, the things I make like with the dough
Yeah.
is always like that.
Okay.
Oh, that's the one you did?
Yeah.
It looks good.
She fixed it.
Bir yapıştırıp onları vereceğim. Yapıştıracağım ve pişirip onları vereceğim.
Yeah. So,
It fell.
It fell.
Not enough oil.
It fell. Oh, maybe I had to put more oil.
Hadi bir tane daha, bir tane daha.
Daha yağ mı
Bir tane.
gerekiyordu?
Yo.
One more, she says.
You get another chance.
One more.
One more.
One more still.
So today we are doing some school shopping. We're getting supplies for kindergarten students in the area whose school was destroyed and they can't really get access to supplies. So this is very exciting. Shopping for some colored pencils, crayons, those kind of things. Maybe some maracas.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
It's a very random list.
Yeah. Let's go.
Our translator is taller than Gordon. Mr. Ali. We're at the bazaar shopping for underwear for ladies because that was one of the main needs. And we already found a lovely store. Their daughter lives in Florida and they gave us chai. We're buying from them. We like them. Let's go.
This past week in Antakya has been so difficult for us to process. So on one side, it's been so incredibly sad just seeing all the devastation and destruction. But on the other side, it's been like really a Turkish experience where our neighbors invite us over for tea for 2 hours. We have dinner with our translator's family and they invite us and feed us like kings. So it's like you go to bed somehow happy, even though everything you've seen that day is just like the biggest tragedy you've ever seen in your life, or like will see.
It's so bizarre. We have talked about this to each other, that it's so complicated. In one day you experience the highest highs and the lowest lows. Like everything he mentioned is just what makes our hearts like so happy, but on the other side, like you do hear the saddest stories that you could ever imagine.
Everybody has a story.
Everybody has a sad story. And then it's like, why do we feel happy?
I think it boils down that we have a lot of admiration for the Turkish people for like having this like uplifting attitude despite everything that's happening, and still like welcoming foreigners into their home and treating us like they
family,
would
like
have
after,
before the earthquake too.
Yeah, exactly. And then they say thank you to us for coming here to help, and we're like, you are helping us more than we are helping you. And honestly, that is what it is. Like, we admire the Turkish people so much and we respect them, and we are forever grateful to them, honestly.
We all come from somewhere, a place with a name, but in our longing hearts we're all the same. We can make it happen, turn things around. Let's be the change we want to see about. We are links in a chain. We are links in a chain. An important wagon on a moving train. In this we're all the same. We're links in a chain.
So we could get up on our feet, and we're trying to come back to life now. I hope Antakya can rebuild again properly, because if they can do that, if we actually, the people should all be here and rebuild that, only then we can bring back the culture. We cannot have culture without people, or without architecture, or without any other things that are part of the culture. I hope we can hear, iron sellers shouting in the streets again, and some tea sellers like in front of a restaurant. Yeah, thank you.
I hope we can see that too.
Yeah, we'll be here for that.
You'll be welcome. I hope you do.
Yeah, thank you. So before coming here, we set up a fundraiser, and all the proceeds from that fundraiser are going directly to MAVI KALEM, and we just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to our community for showing up in a very big way to support this cause.
Thank you for being so generous and for trusting us with this. And that fundraiser is still open. We're going to link it in the description, but it's going to close, I think, in a week or two after this video is published. So in case that one's closed, we're going to leave the links to MAVI KALEM as well, which is through a global giving fund, because they're part of global giving. All of this to say that all the links to donate are going to be in the description.
Also, we wrote a blog post detailing everything you need to know if you kind of want to replicate what we did here in Antakya. So who to contact, how much it costs, where to eat, even.
Yeah, everything. Where to stay, how to get here, everything you need to know in case you want to do this. And we also wrote a journal of our time here, and we share that as a blog post as well. And that's it, right?
That's it.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this beautiful cause, and honestly for supporting us by watching this video until the end. And we will see you in the next video.
Teşekkürler.
Teşekkürler Turkey. We love you.